Hey, how y'all doing out there in YouTube land? The Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. California is on fire. California is on fire. Smoky days every day. Hot and smoky and windy. It's just a mess. It's a mess. And now they're evacuating Lake Tahoe. It's a mess. It's a mess out here on the West Coast. Every state on the West Coast is on fire. Oregon, Washington, Nevada, Arizona, everywhere. Utah, New Mexico, Colorado, Idaho, everywhere's on fire. It's a mess out here. But anyway, that's all I got to say for my local news. International news, Afghanistan is a mess. But you know what? I think we do have to leave, but we're leaving in a messy way. But anyway, let's get, I don't like to start talking about politics and stuff, but that was sort of bugging me a little bit. I just had to say something about it. And what we got here? The Prime package. And this one is being brought to you by Chris Irick. Chris Irick. Stiletto. I saw one and wasn't impressed. I like the CJRB GOBI better with the AR-RPM9 steel. My reply to him was AR-RPM9 steel question mark. I had never heard of it. I will have to research that one. The Ritual to me isn't the one that I would choose to be a user, blah 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 blah. It's just a fun one to own, collectible to me. He was watching the video on the Ritual, and he's replying and talking about and commenting on the Ritual video. And he's saying that he wasn't impressed with the Ritual, and that he likes the GOBI, the CJRB GOBI, better with the brand new AR-RPM9 steel. And that's the important part of this comment. And that's the reason why. I think what did I leave down here? Oh, here's my final reply to him. I'm gonna skip over the other conversation pieces that we had. I just checked out the info on the Artisan's new powdered stainless steel AR-RPM9, and I ordered one of Artisan's new CJRB flipper folders, the GOBI, and it's with the same steel that he likes. So that's what this video is about. That's what this video is about. As you all know, I've been working and working and working. This is my first little bit of time I've had to do a video. I'm sorry about that. I like to get videos out every week, but last week was crazy. This last weekend I worked 3 doubles in a row. Friday night, Friday and Friday night, Saturday and Saturday night, and Sunday night. But I just want to get this one out there because I haven't had a video out in a while, and I just need to get a video out. And this is one that I told Chris Irick. I think I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right. It's spelled Irick, I think it was. So I'm Irick. But this one's a response to your comments, and I just want to check out this new RPM9 steel from Artisan Cutlery in China. Okay, let's get busy. Doing the opening today is one of my favorite little knives, my little Hogue micro flip. Carry it all the time. It was with me today on work. There we go. Got a CPM 154 powdered steel stainless steel blade. Absolutely love it. Never had to resharpen it. It just cuts and cuts and cuts. All right, here we go. CJRB. This is coming from Amazon. I got this picked this up on Amazon. CJRB is one of the companies in China that I like. This is going to be my 3rd CJRB knife. And the other 2 I have are perfect. I love them. The CJRE is part of Artisan knives. Artisan's like a high-end cutlery company in China, and their budget line are the CJRBs. So the fit and finish on the CJRBs, as far as my experience is concerned, is perfect. Look at that. Perfectly centered. Oh man, this knife feels good in hand already. I like this one already. And as you all know, I'm not a liner lock fan, but most of CJRB's knives are liner locks. My other two that I have are their I forget what the name of the lock is, but it's like their version of the access lock. I forget what the name is. I think it's called a recoil lock, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, I got the specs for this for you. And let's check out the specs. Okay, the blade length, 3.5 inches. Blade thick. This is coming from the Artisan Cutlery website, artisancutlery.net. And it says / CJRB GOBI 1906 folding knife. Okay, here we go. Blade length, 3.5 inches. Blade thickness, 0.13 inches. Blade finish, black PVD. PVD coating, that's a really nice coating, especially for a budget knife. PVD, that's a very high-end coating. It's all, I'd say it's like, it's close to being like, what do you call it? DLC, diamond light coating. It's better than Cerakote. It's tougher than Cerakote, but I don't know if it's quite as tough as DLC. That's a really good coating, especially for a budget knife. This knife was, I think it was $47 on Amazon. I can't remember exactly. I think it was like 47 bucks. Blade grind, flat. Blade material, AR-RPM9. This is the first knife I've ever had with AR-RPM9. And this is a steel that Artisan Cutlery has developed. And it's supposed to be more rust resistant than the Sandvik stainless steel. Was it the 1428? I don't know. It's the Sandvik steel, the Swedish steel, that's most commonly used in knives, and D2. It's supposed to be more. It's supposed to be a harder steel than D2. It's supposed to keep an edge better than D2, or comparable to D2. They have the rust resistance of the Swedish Sandvik steel. So, and it's a powdered steel. This is a brand new powdered steel. It's a budget powdered steel. That's why I read up on it. Sounds like it's a very good steel. I'm gonna test it out. I want to test out the steel. I'm gonna test it against D2, and I'm gonna do like a cutting test. And we'll do that. We'll do that next with this knife. Not today, but the next video that I make with this knife will be a cutting test. Okay, blade material, AR-RPM9, weight 3.7 ounces. This is the only thing I don't like about this knife. I wish it would have had a different type of lock, but lock type, liner lock. Blade hardness, HRC59 to 61. Blade style, upswept. It's like a Persian style blade. That's another thing I liked about it. Overall length, 8.23 inches. Closed length, 4.72 inches. Handle material, G10. This has got what they call, I think it's called the Jade G10. Clip material, steel. All right. Let's get into checking out this knife. They said the back spacers and the spacers around the pivots are orange, but this looks red to me. Maybe I'm colorblind. It really looks red, doesn't look orange. I like it. Oh, that's smooth. Let you look at the lockup. It's got full stainless steel liners, and they're not lightened up. Oh, wait a minute, I take it back. This one is lightened up. I saw one taken apart on the internet, and they had solid stainless steel liners. This one has been lightened up on one side. The side without the leaf spring. The side with the leaf springs doesn't have any lightning holes in it. Or skeletonized or whatever. This one has, you know, big round holes all the way through the handle. It has 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feels really good in hand. This is a good size hand. It feels really good in hand. Get a nice full grip. This would be a great EDC knife. And with it being the flipper, the big flipper with a big finger choil area, I feel safe with this one, because even if it was to come unlocked, like I've explained about other knives with flippers, it can't fold in on your hand. Even though liner locks aren't my favorite type of lock, probably one of my least favorite type of locks, this was nice. The handles aren't flexy. Nice stiff handles. I like the G10. They have a black one that was all black, and as you guys know, I always pick all black knives, but I saw this one with this G10. I think they call it Jade, and it looked really nice to me. It almost looks like that translucent G10, like the G10 that you can see through a little bit. It's a really nice handle. It's a contoured handle too, so it's a super comfortable handle. For those that like liner lock knives, I would highly recommend this one. The blade thickness is nice on it. Now comparing this, like Chris was comparing this one to the Ritual. The Ritual to me is a fun knife. I mean, it's like a fun, you know, like a, I don't know, it's not a knife that I would like really I would pick for self-defense. It's not a knife that I would pick for everyday cutting chores. You know what I mean? I just got it because I just thought it looked cool. And I didn't get to be a user. I wasn't trying to promote it as being a user or anything like that, or, you know, tell you guys that's a great user. No. It's a great collector. I would call it a great collector. Yeah, this knife is a little bit different than the one I saw taken apart on the internet in a video. Maybe it's because it's a newer model, but it's all the liners and everything are all blacked out. It's a really nicely made knife. You don't see quality like this in $100 knives. Very nice. Let me see. No receipt. I was trying to see how much I paid for it. I think it was like, I want to say 47 bucks or something like that on Amazon. This is worth 50 bucks all day long. I think it's worth $100. It's like a $100 knife. I wonder how this steel cuts. RPM, what do they call it? AR-RPM9. That's what's on the blade. Let me see if you guys can, I don't know if you guys can read it. It's pretty small. But look at the shape of this blade. Isn't that nice? This is a very usable blade. That's why I said it'd be great for an EDC knife. To me, knives with blades like this, you can use them for just about everything, for cutting chores and stuff like that. And it could be a self-defense tool too. But I would put this more into the everyday user type knife category. Even though it's got a good grip, your hand won't slide forward on this blade if you had to use it as a self-defense knife. The grip feels good in all grips. It's a nice knife. It's not too big, it's not too small. Let's see how thick it is. They said it's 3.2 millimeter. Okay, we're all zeroed out. I got 3.15. Wait a minute, that can't be right. 3.2. 3.2. It's a little bit thinner right here. We got 3.17. 3.15 at the blade tang. And you come out here on the blade, it's 3.18 there. 3.21. Oh no, sorry, correction, 3.19. So right in the middle of the blade it gets thicker. It's like thicker, a little bit thicker right here in the middle. This is a nice knife. I really like this one. I like the way that they did all the finishing on the. It's got a flush. It's like the one that I saw on the internet. It didn't have flush screws. So I think, and it had orange. This piece was orange. This one's red. All the hardware's all blacked out. Oh, I know what it was. The one I saw getting taken apart was a D2 version of this. It wasn't a blacked out, didn't have the blacked out blade and hardware and stuff like that. It was silver or stainless steel. That's what the difference is. Okay. I like this version. I would recommend getting the RPM9 version. I think this one looks better than the D2 version. The D2 version must be the older version. The new, and it didn't have the skeletonized liners either. This one's skeletonized on the non-leaf spring side. The leaf spring looks, you know, just as thick as like a Spyderco or the cold steel that I have, or the Luzon. They're all about the same thickness. So I guess that's like the standard thickness for a liner lock. I haven't used liner locks. I've only got maybe a couple of liner locks. Most liner locks I have are Tylites, and those are made a little bit differently. But I've noticed on all these other ones that got like regular liner locks, they seem to be all about the same thickness. Like it's a standard size for thickness. I don't know what it is. Probably looks like about a millimeter or something. This is a really nice knife. It's got ceramic ball bearings, caged ball bearings. The flipper action is smooth. This is nice. Very well made. You can tell it's an artisan cutlery knife. Because a lot of the companies in China make junk. Artisan, Civivi, Wee Knives, CJRB, those are the good ones. Those are ones I would recommend. My Civivi that I have is extremely well made too. And it's got like a plunge lock, liner lock. It's like you push on the button to release the liner. It's got like a leaf spring that's connected to the button. And so it looks like a plunge lock, but it's really not. I don't know if you'd call it a plunge lock. It's more like a button that depresses the liner. Instead of, like a button that's just a bar that goes all the way across from one side to the other side. It's not like that. Absolutely love this one. This is a nice knife. I like the shape of it. I like the size of it. I like it because I think this would be a great work knife. But I didn't really plan on getting, if I was going to get it as a work knife, I think I'd get the one with the black handle though. Because I think this handle is going to show, because even though it's a deep carry, you still got a little bit where they got that set up for it so you can hook up the lantern and stuff like that. And so that it's not super deep carry. And then with this color of handle skill, even though I think it's beautiful, with this and the red, I think that's going to attract attention because I think it'll be visible. Unless you're wearing the shirt over it. If you wear a shirt over it, then I think you'd be cool. But this is a really beautiful knife. CJRB. And I'm not a liner lock person, but I like this one. And there's another one that I was going to get too, that I wanted to check out, and they didn't have it in this kind of, because I wanted to get another one with the jade. I really like this jade handle scale. I think that looks really cool. It's like a, well, it does sort of like, you know, it's like more like a white with a little bit of green in it. It's a really beautiful handle scale. I think they have a gray one and a black handle scale also. The D10 on it's nice too. Yep. It's not like my Spyderco sliver axe where it just flies out if I was to do this. The D10 on this one's nice. And that's the reason why it flicks, finger flicks really nice. That's nice. This is a very well made knife. I think it's a very, very well made knife. You know, I'm not saying it's a triad knife or anything like that. Nothing like that. But for an EDC knife, for an everyday carry knife, it's a really nice size. It's got a really good blade. I'm digging it. Let's see how well it cuts. Let's get some paper. And the recoil lock CJRBs I have, I really like those too. I like this one better. Even though it's a liner lock and the other ones are like a an axis lock, which is one of my favorite locks. But I still, you know, I just like this knife. I like the way the handle's made. It feels extremely comfortable in my hand. I like the way it looks. I think it's a beautiful looking knife. They would sell a million of these if it was American made. You don't think so? If this was like a bench made or something like that, I think they would sell a million of these. I think it'd be a very popular knife. Let's see how it cuts. This is new RPM9 steel. Wow, they just glide it through the paper. That's when you can tell something could really cut, is when you can cut slow. I know you always see people doing stuff like this. But anybody can cut paper doing like that. Cut it slow. That's a real test of the blade edge. No hiccups. This is a super nice edge. Whoa. Okay. Okay. This is a super nice edge. Look at that. And I think this is going to outcut the D2. Now the question would be, how long can it hold an edge? Can it hold an edge indefinitely or what? For a really long time? This is a super nice edge, people. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. That's all I got to say is I'm impressed. I'm impressed with it. Chris, as far as a knife to carry every day, you're absolutely right, bro. I would agree with you 100%. I'd rather carry this one every day over the Ritual. This is more like a knife that I'd want to carry. I'm going to carry this one for a little while because I like it. And I'm not a liner lock person, people. I'm going to carry this one around because I like it. I mean, it operates super smooth, no blade wobble, no blade wiggle. I like the thickness of the blade all the way to the tip. It's got a nice looking tip. The edge is awesome. And these handle scales, these jade handle scales with the red aluminum backspacer and aluminum ring around the pivot screw, is beautiful. And I like the way it's got a real deep carry pocket clip with flush mounted screws. I like the way that the liners They even finished the liners. They PVD coated the liners. And all the hardware and the knife blade. This is PVD coating. That's a really good coating. This is like $100 knife. This is like, you know, a knife that you would normally get, like, let's say, like, if this was a Benchmade, this would be $200. I'll tell you that right now. If Benchmade gave you a powdered steel knife this size and looked this nice and it was this functional with a nice flat ground blade, because Benchmade doesn't even give you PVD. They give you a Cerakote. So their finish is not as nice as this finish. And like I said, I'm not a fan of the liner lock, but this one is made extremely precisely well. It's made very well. And all you naysayers about China and haters on China and stuff, I'm telling you, CJRB, Artisan Knives, WE Knives, and Civivi, those are good knives. If you don't believe me, check them out. Try one of the budget lines. Try a Civivi or a CJRB first, and then move up to Artisan. I don't have any Artisan knives. I have 3 of the CJRBs now. 2 recoil lock knives and this one, a liner lock. This is a new AR-RPM9 stainless steel, powdered stainless steel. This is China's powdered stainless steel. And it's coming from Artisan Cutlery. That's where the AR comes from. It's their steel. It's a proprietary steel that they have developed. It's supposed to be able to retain an edge like D2, and it's supposed to be more rust resistant than the Sandvik steel, Swedish Sandvik steel. I absolutely love this one. I'm gonna have to highly recommend this one. And I know it's a liner lock. You guys don't see me recommending liner locks and stuff like that, but this one I recommend because I feel it's safe. Because it has the big flipper, big finger choil, like I've been telling you guys, is that, you know, when your fingers in the finger choil and the flipper like this, and you're holding on to it. Let's say if you're in self-defense mode, and you're in a fight for your life, and this blade will somehow come unlocked from the liner. If you got a good grip, you still can't. It's still not going to fold in on your hand. Now, if it doesn't have this flipper tab, it can fold in on your hand and cut you up. Get in and hurt and be a weapon or a tool that you're using to defend yourself that can hurt you. That's the reason why I stay away from things like, you know, like liner locks without flippers, or, you know, like button lock or plunge locks, or you know, pretty much any kind of lock. That's not I tend to trust the access locks, the access, the access, the deadbolt, and the triad. I've never had a shark lock. I've been trying to get one of those knives for what, a couple of years now, or whenever they came out, and they're like impossible to get. So I'm starting to give up on that. I mean, what's the use of, you know, having a knife if nobody can experience it? I mean, it's like, I'm gonna give up on it. Move on. There's other companies that make knives that they make them available to people. Not impossible to get, and only a few people get the knife that get it, you know, especially sent to them or something like that. You know, bunk all that. I want a knife that I want to show you guys knives that everybody can get. I'm not really interested in having a bunch of knives that nobody can get. Like you guys see my older knives. Sure, they don't make them no more, but when they did make them, they were knives that everybody was able to buy. They weren't hard to find or hard to get. They were always on sale because they made too many of them. This is a beautiful knife. Absolutely love this. I think this is the nicest made knife I've seen from CJRB so far. Now, I can't really say that though, because the recoil knives are really nicely made too. As far as a liner lock, because the liner locks I used to carry were Benchmade liner locks. This is just as nice as one of those. One of the old AFCKs I used to carry. Yeah, this is solid. This is a solid knife. Absolutely love it. And the action, the flipper action on it is perfect. I think it'd be hard to make this one fail. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's a liner lock. That's the only thing I would that makes me not absolutely think it's a perfect knife. If this wasn't a liner lock, if this was like an axis lock or something like that with a flipper, or a plunge lock with a flipper, this would be a super well, it's super nice as it is. I like it. It's going in the drawer. It's going in the drawer. I might get the all blacked out one though, because now that I know I like this one so much, I sort of want to get another one. I might get the all blacked out one, the one with the black handle, and use that one as the one that goes in my EDC drawer. Because that'd be a better one to carry back and forth to work. Absolutely, that's beautiful. This is a beautiful looking knife. You can really get a lot of nice knives that come from China for under $100 that are really high quality. Especially if you get like a CJRB or Civivi or a Artisan or a Wee knife. But there's other companies too, like Harns. I like the Harns Silkworm. That's a nice looking knife too. But this one has ball bearings, and it's made like a very high quality knife. This is not made like a cheap knife at all. You're getting I think for $50 you're getting a lot for your money with this knife. I'm sure. I bet you a lot of the CJRB liner locks are like that. I bet you they're very high quality liner lock knives. But that's about all I got for this one. I think I want to do a cutting test video between this one and a D2 folding knife. Absolutely love it. I don't know if you can see the skeletonized liners in there. I'm trying to show them to you. See how the liners are black? They got it's a fully lined knife. It's got thick liners. It's not flexy. Not flexy. It's a very well made knife. I love the flipper. The flipper is a perfect size too. It's just the right size. Not too big, not too small. Beautiful. Highly recommend it. CJRB. CJRB is a good knife company. They rock. Oh, look who's coming to join us, huh? What you doing? What you doing, kiddo? What you doing? Yes, my girl. Yes, my girl. Okay, well, that's it for today. Absolutely love the CJRB GOBI. CJRB GOBI. Yeah, you guys can see I've been carrying this Hogue a lot. It's starting to get a lot of wear on it. All right. Oh, we didn't weigh it, huh? Let's see. What does it weigh? 3.7 or something like that, it said? Let's weigh it real quick. That's one thing I almost forgot to do. 3.5 ounces. 3.5 ounces. All right. Peace out. Stiletto.